What's up, guys? Today we're going to be discussing Margie. Margie in Duet Night Abyss is going to be one of our most lovable characters in the sense of she is very much like a homey person. She is very, very adorable and sweet and very kind to others as much as she possibly can be. Today we'll be discussing some of her skills and going into a small breakdown as to how she works. Going right into it, she's going to be a polearm user, and she is also going to be using, if I remember correctly, a shotgun. So she is going to be one of those users that is not primarily a frontline DPS, although you can use her as a primary pyro unit. She's more meant to be a unit that is kept on the sidelines as a support. We're going to jump right into these stats here in a moment. Alright, getting right into it, she is going to be a DPS that does specialize in high damage output. She does focus on skill-based damage, and she specializes in crowd control. Now, she can be both a support unit that is great and a primary unit that is great. She's going to be focusing on pyro attack. She's going to want a pretty decent amount of max sanity. She's going to want to focus more on skill damage, skill range, and skill efficiency. Duration, not so much, because all of her abilities pretty much just stay out in the field. Her first skill, Margie's Treasure Shovel, is going to attack enemies within range in the front, dealing pyro damage and stunning them for a time. When using the skill by holding the button down, you actually continuously use it, and you will drain sanity as you keep going forward. But the damage still keeps coming out, and she starts playing whack-a-mole with the enemy. It's pretty funny. As the first passive we have here, we're going to be looking at the attack boost of 20% and then an attack boost of 30% for this first skill. And then now let's look at skill 2, which is the ultimate, which is Margie's combustible bin. She's going to throw 3 combustible bins forward, and they immediately explode upon hitting any target or obstacle, dealing AoE pyro damage and consuming certain stacks of JACKPOT. Now, when consuming 3 stacks of JACKPOT, you get an increased range and damage. When consuming 6 stacks, it's going to be a little AoE zone underneath them that deals pyro damage every 2 seconds. After consuming 9 stacks, you'll deal AoE pyro damage 2 times after the explosion. It's going to initially cost you about 50 sanity. The explosion damage is going to be better kept for the enhanced version, and we'll get into the passive here in a moment as to how that works with getting JACKPOT stacks. The Zealot zone range is actually pretty good. The zone duration is pretty nice. You do want to focus on skill range for this skill though, so make sure that you have that. The first passive here is going to increase skill range by 12%, and the second one is going to increase it by an additional 18% for a 30% total boost. Going into the passive here, we'll be looking at Margie's Recycling Sack, which is when the user or allies pick up loot, the user gains 1 stack of JACKPOT lasting for the rest of the battle. Each stack increasing skill damage up to 20 stacks. Now you gain 4.4% skill damage boosted per stack. So this is 4.4% times 20, which is going to be pretty large for your team, and it is very helpful if you're using her as a support unit. One of her other passes, Margie's Pep Song, which grants attack increase to other allies. This is going to increase our allies' attack to 45% by 45%, excuse me. And the last passive is the Combat Support, which gives a 40% attack boost when she is a support unit. Having her on the side is pretty much optimal, and let's realistically look at the Intron levels here just to get some better ideas to how that works. Her combustible bin consumes JACKPOT stack, 30% chance to regain the consumed stacks upon use, so you get a refund. At Intron level 2, we get Margie's Treasure Shovel, which has a 12% chance to deal additional damage to a random enemy within range once. We get Margie's Treasure Shovel +2, Recycling Sack +1, and we extend the duration of the Zealot Zone created by Margie's combustible bin to 20 seconds. We get the Recycling Sack +1, Combustible Bin +2 for Intron level 5, and Intron level 6, we get the combustible bin deals damage. The damage dealt to the target from Margie is increased by 60% for 5 seconds. So once you hit them with the ultimate, you can continue the combo with her first skill or even anything else that she may have in her arsenal. All in all, Margie is a really nice character to have as a support, more so than a primary damage dealer. Now, granted, she does seem like a sort of like rinky-doo character, but she's very, very, very appreciative and loved by the community in all of her wholesome ways. Other than that, she's pretty much just going to be your, ragtag companion that is always there for you no matter what you do or what you have to go through. She is a supportive unit in all senses of the word. But that is going to be it for this video. That is the Margie review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video, which should be coming soon. Stay tuned and like and subscribe. Thanks so much, guys. Y'all have a good one. Deuces.